Welcome back to Auto MPV, where we dive deep into the latest and greatest rides in the automotive world. Today, we're talking about something that embodies elegance, power, and next-level technology, all wrapped in a design that whispers luxury instead of shouting it, the 2026 Volvo S90. This is not just a facelift, and it's certainly not just another update. The new S90 is a full-on refresh that not only reflects Volvo's commitment to luxury and innovation but also reveals a shifting strategy in how Volvo approaches its global markets. But there's a twist. While it's one of the most beautiful sedans you'll see this year, it might not be heading to a showroom near you, especially if you're in the US or Europe. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the 2026 S90 doesn't scream change, but spend a few minutes taking in its lines and you'll realize it's been comprehensively modernized. The front end is perhaps the most eye-catching update. Volvo has introduced a fresh grille design with a unique diagonal theme that's unmistakably Scandinavian in its subtlety and precision. The signature Thor's Hammer LED daytime running lights are still present, but they've been sharpened, now more angular and confident, giving the car a slightly more aggressive face without abandoning Volvo's calm, composed character. The bumper and air intake elements have also been revised to appear sleeker and more integrated into the overall look. In the rear, new taillight elements stretch wider and incorporate a more three-dimensional lighting signature, which pops beautifully, especially at night. And it's not just about reshaping what was already there. Volvo has introduced two fresh metallic colors, Aurora Silver and Mulberry Red, that shimmer under the sun and complement the S90's long, graceful silhouette. New 19-inch and 20-inch diamond-cut alloy wheels, depending on the variant, add a hint of boldness without being over the top. It's a look that doesn't beg for attention, but when you notice it, you can't help but admire it. Step inside, and the S90 welcomes you into an environment that feels more like a contemporary Scandinavian living room than a car interior. Volvo's mastery of minimalism and natural materials is on full display. Every surface, every switch, and every detail has been designed to please the senses. You'll find a new dashboard layout that's been simplified and refined. The centerpiece is the vertical 11.2-inch touchscreen that now runs on Volvo's latest Google-based infotainment system, offering faster responses, clearer graphics, and much better integration with services like Google Maps, Assistant, and the Play Store. It supports over-the-air updates, meaning your infotainment system keeps improving even after you buy the car. The new S90 has also received upgrades in cabin insulation, making it one of the quietest sedans in its segment. That silence pairs perfectly with the optional Bowers & Wilkins audio system, which turns the cabin into a personal concert hall. From the tactile feel of the crystal gear shifter to the natural wood inlays and subtle chrome accents, every inch of this interior feels premium. Even the seats have been updated with new cushioning and upholstery choices that make long drives more relaxing than ever. In terms of technology, the S90 doesn't just keep up, it sets standards. The driver display has been updated with a new digital instrument cluster that adapts depending on your driving mode. There's a new head-up display that gives you vital info without making you take your eyes off the road. Advanced driver assistance systems have been enhanced too, including Volvo's Pilot Assist, which now handles semi-autonomous driving duties more smoothly, thanks to upgraded radar and camera systems. Now let's talk about what powers this beauty. The 2026 Volvo S90 is available with a choice of mild hybrid and plug-in hybrid powertrains. The mild hybrid versions use a 2.0-liter turbocharged engine paired with a 48-volt electric system that helps improve fuel efficiency and smooth out start-stop operations. It's not just about economy, it adds a refined touch to city driving, making acceleration feel seamless. But it's the plug-in hybrid variant where things get really interesting. Volvo has improved the battery size and electric motor to deliver up to 80 kilometers of pure electric range under the WLTP cycle. That means for most people, the daily commute can be done without using a single drop of petrol. And when you need to go the distance, the combustion engine kicks in smoothly. Power figures haven't been officially disclosed for all markets yet, but we expect performance to be brisk, with 0 to 100 km/h times likely hovering around the 5.5 to 6.0 second mark for the higher trims. And with all-wheel drive on offer, the S90 remains confident and composed regardless of the road conditions. Handling-wise, the S90 is still very much a luxury sedan. It's not trying to outgun a BMW 5 Series around corners, but that's not the point. It's more about providing a relaxed, stress-free driving experience. The suspension tuning, steering calibration, and braking feel are all tuned for comfort and ease rather than raw sportiness. And that's a good thing. Volvo understands its customer base, and the S90 plays perfectly into that philosophy of making the driving experience more about calm precision than sharp aggression. Now here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Despite all this luxury, tech, and thoughtful engineering, the 2026 Volvo S90 won't be sold in Europe or the United States. That's right, Volvo has decided to focus the S90's rollout on China and a few select Asian markets. The decision comes down to manufacturing logistics and market demand. With the production of the S90 now centralized in China and increased tariffs in place for vehicles imported into Europe and the US, Volvo determined that the S90 no longer makes economic sense for those regions. It's a bittersweet move. On one hand, it means that European and American buyers miss out on a beautifully crafted sedan that competes with the best in its class. On the other hand, it reflects the growing importance of the Chinese market in shaping the future of luxury vehicles. In China, demand for long-wheelbase executive sedans like the S90 remains strong, and Volvo is clearly leaning into that opportunity. For buyers in Asia, this is great news. The S90 remains a flagship option with all the refinement and safety you'd expect from a top-tier Volvo. And speaking of the future, Volvo isn't stopping with the S90. Coming right behind it is the fully electric S90, a model set to share underpinnings with the EX90 SUV. The S90 will be Volvo's first all-electric flagship sedan and will be built on the company's SPA2 platform. We're expecting ranges of up to 370 miles per charge, dual-motor all-wheel drive configurations, and a suite of next-gen safety features and autonomous capabilities. While the S90 bridges the gap between tradition and transformation, the S90 will take things fully into the electric era. So, what do we make of the 2026 Volvo S90? It's a beautiful sedan that offers everything you could want in a modern luxury car: timeless styling, cutting-edge tech, responsible electrification, and a serene driving experience. It's built for those who appreciate refinement over flash, and engineering over excess. It's a statement car for those who don't feel the need to make a statement. But it also reminds us how global automotive strategy is shifting. With changing tariffs, supply chains, and consumer preferences, we're starting to see more region-specific models. The S90 is a perfect example of a world-class car that might never reach certain parts of the world, not because it's lacking in quality or appeal, but because the economics of the business dictate a different approach. And that makes us appreciate it even more. For those who can get behind the wheel of the 2026 S90, consider yourself lucky. You're not just driving a car, you're experiencing a piece of automotive craftsmanship that blends classic Volvo sensibility with the modern needs of today's luxury buyer. Let us know what you think of the 2026 Volvo S90 in the comments below. Do you love the design?